Lee, good morning. Lee Cash Maxey from Colorado Black Chamber. Welcome. We're so excited to have you. Welcome, everyone. Let's get started. Marvin, you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be hearing from Marvin in a minute. So let's just get started, and then folks can just join as we go. And we have many of you here already. So let's get started. Welcome, everyone. My name is Natalia Carrasco. I'm the director of the Business Advising Program here at Pacific Community Ventures. We're very, very excited to host you all here today to talk about a little bit of the work we're setting out to do together with Kaiser Permanente, and then tell a little bit about how we might be able to join forces. I wanted to start by giving a big shout out to Don Bush and to the whole Kaiser Permanente family. Dawn is a community health and education consultant at Kaiser, working in the Northwest region. Today, we also have Morgan Dickerson, who I work very closely with. She's the manager of the business advising program here at PCV. And then we also have Marvin, founder and CEO of Conexiones, who is a small business owner himself, and he's going to tell us about his experience with PCV and business advising. So welcome, very excited. Please send us any and all questions. Don't feel like you need to wait for the end. Send us any and all questions on the chat, and we will address them as we go. We want this to be a conversation. Today, like I said, we're going to talk a little bit about the PCV and Kaiser partnership. We're going to tell you about our business advising program and how I may be able to help you and your community members and clients. We're going to spotlight Marvin Pena, like I mentioned, from Conexiones. And then we're going to talk to you about a small business support circle. That is the opportunity through which we're hoping to officially connect and join forces with you all. We're going to talk about how does it look like on a very practical way, and then we'll open it to more Q&A. But don't feel like you have to wait till the end. Shoot us the questions as we go too. All right, if we can go to the next slide. Let me tell you a little bit about PCV. We're a nonprofit. We've been around for 22 years. We started as an impact investor before impact investing was just a thing. But our overall mission is to contribute to building a world where all thriving communities have where everyone has a fair shake. So I'm getting a little bit distracted by the slide myself and what I know our mission by heart. But put simply, we're best in small businesses so we can help small businesses grow, take advantage of opportunities, overcome challenges so they can grow and create jobs. So that way we can make markets work for social good. We do this through an integrated model in 3 different ways. First, through our affordable lending. So we evolve from impact equity investing from itself, how we started in 22 years ago. We evolved into affordable lending. So we're a CDFI working in the state of California. Then we have our nationwide business advising program where we match entrepreneurs to pro bono advisors, which is what I'm going to talk about in a little bit more detail later. And then we're going to talk about, and then with our third program is our research and consulting program where we help foundations and other organizations with topics around impact investment, impact measuring, and quality jobs. So if you can go to the next slide, I'm going to tell a little bit about, before I dive into our small businesses, I want to tell you a little bit about our partnership with Kaiser Permanente. That goes around this concept of what is all small businesses have advisory boards too. We hear all the time how startups have advisory boards, mentors, and we want to extend that to the communities that need it the most, which is our small business owner community, and who can do the most with them too by all the jobs that they create. So we join forces with Kaiser. Kaiser is very committed to see communities thrive. And that entails a lot. And in many cases, it may not be the most intuitive, obvious connection of economic development and health, but in order for someone to be healthy, they need stability. In order to have stability, they need jobs. And what is a great way to create, the best way to create jobs, to support our community of small business owners. So when Kaiser says that they're investing in thriving communities, they really put in their time, effort, and financial support where their mouth is. So they have a very strong presence and commitment to economic development in all of the regions that they are. So we joined forces because we have this business advising program. We say, what if we could bring this concept of business advising for free to all small business owners across all the Kaiser geographies? And that's how this partnership came to be. We're very proud to work with Kaiser to make this a sustainable, ongoing, supported ecosystem for small business owners across all of Kaiser geographies and beyond. So how does it look like? How does it actually work? So let me tell a little bit more about business advising. If we can go to the next slide, please, Morgan. We connect small business owners to free pro bono advisors. So regardless of geography. So we're a program that is tech-enabled, but people-driven. And what that means is that we leverage and take advantage of technology as much as possible, but then we also have real human beings connected with our community so they can make the most out of this opportunity. So the way that it works from the point of view of a small business owner is that they go online, fill out a short profile telling us about themselves, telling us about their business, their needs, the challenges that they're facing right now. After that, they jump into a half-hour interview with someone from our team, a real human being that gets to know them as people, gets to know about the needs, walk through the program with them, discuss what would be the best type of advisor they may need. Then we take all of the information that we've collected both at the onboarding form and at the onboarding interview, and we have a fancy tech algorithm that will look through our portfolio of over 2,100 business professionals that want to volunteer their time in supporting small businesses, and the algorithm suggests a few potential options. And then our relationship manager, the real human being from PCV who has met each small business owner through the interview, makes the final pick and the final match. So we leverage technology, but we also take personality and our human features into account. Meaning, like, these people is chatty, these people need tough love, I don't know. So we make sure that we introduce the human factor into it and make a final suggestion for a match. From there, we talk to the advisor, make sure they're still available, take a gauge on their excitement of working with the small business owner we're proposing, and then we propose that match to the entrepreneur or small business owner. That they have the opportunity to accept it or say, maybe I need a different one. And then finally, we facilitate and schedule the first kickoff call. And then from there, we let entrepreneurs take it from there. They decide if they want to meet in person, if they want to meet on video calls, emails, a combination, and just make the relationship work for them. We match everyone to the best potential match regardless of geography. So we have people across all 50 states helping people across all 50 states, because we've noticed that even when folks are in the same city, they much rather interact remotely just because small business owners are so strapped for time. So this is how we work. It's been really useful for our community of entrepreneurs, especially now during the pandemic, because we've been able to connect people to financial advisors, to business strategy consultants that can help them think about how to pivot, a lot of digital marketers, helping people utilize e-commerce for the first time in digital marketing. So this type of support is proven to be most important now more than ever before. We've seen great results from it through some control experiments that we've done with some accelerators that we partner with, have shown that out of a whole cohort of small business owners that were very similar in their size and their life cycle stage, the people that were matched with small business mentors on our side grew revenues on average in 14% more than those that weren't, were twice as likely to create jobs, and overall were the ones that raised more money and just did better. So we have a lot of different data points to show there's a lot of benefits to business advising. So that's why we want to bring it to as many people as possible. But don't take it from me. I would love to introduce now Marvin, if we can go to the next slide. Thank you, Morgan. Here we have, welcome, Marvin. Thank you so much for joining. Marvin is a sports journalist with a demonstrated history of working in the broadcast media industry. He has more than 10 years of experience, and then he decided to pivot. Now he shares his passion by helping others design success with graphic design, social media management, website building, and marketing consulting. We're very excited to learn Marvin, about your business and how your business advising experience has been so far. And please tell us about it. Introduce yourself and tell us about your business and how you came to work with PCV. There we go.
Pronouns. I work with pay.
Hello. 1 second. I think we're having some technical difficulties over here. In the meantime, we had a question about where we're going to share this presentation after this event. And yes, I think Morgan already replied, but yes, we're going to make sure we're going to share all the links, etc. with you. I think Marvin had some technical difficulties, but let us move forward to the next part of the presentation, and then we'll come back to him. Sorry about that, everyone. Perfect. So let me tell you about the Small Business Support Circle. The reality that we've come across is that entrepreneurs need so many different things, and then needs change all the time. So none of us could by ourselves support entrepreneurs across all the different things that they need. So the Small Business Circle came to be from this thought we had at PCV of let's join forces. Everyone that is here is invested in the success and in the resilience of small businesses. That's why you're here. You're always looking out for your community and ways to help them further. So we created the Small Business Circle to make that happen and so that we can join forces. We have two types of members, two main groups, some that are leveraging business advising to complement their own programs. So they're offering our service, our business advising service, our free advising, our free coaching as part of their own offering, completely free of charge. And we also have members that help us make that happen. They sponsor access to business advising to their entire communities so that we can support, continue our mission of specifically supporting entrepreneurs of color, women, immigrant, refugee entrepreneurs, and rural entrepreneurs, and other entrepreneurs that have a harder time accessing the mentoring networks that could benefit them so much. So we officially merged this. So we, on the first group, we're working with accelerators, CDFIs, other nonprofits that are supporting entrepreneurs. So for example, we work, you see it, here's a few of the organizations that we're working with. We work, for example, with 1863 Ventures. They're an accelerator that supports Black entrepreneurs across the country. They have a training program. And at the end of the accelerator, after they finish the curriculum, they say, okay, what type of help would you need beyond what you've learned on the accelerator? They say, okay, for all of that, here's business advising. So it's facilitated by PCV, but people perceive it still like an extension of their own 1863 experience. So our partners are not so much just referral partners, but our partners that utilize business advising as a way to extend their own offering for entrepreneurs. Same thing with ICIC, the accelerator that offers training on accessing capital and other important topics across 21 cities across the country. Same thing, they have this very interesting curriculum. They were founded by Harvard Business School professor Michael Porter. So he brings in visiting professors to do from Harvard and from a bunch of different other organizations to create this fantastic curriculum for entrepreneurs. But like we were mentioning, entrepreneurs need access to capital and 15 other things. So when once they finish their ICIC experience, they come to PCV and so they can get matched with an advisor, be it in marketing, operations, you name it, to complement their ICIC experience. So, and all of these matches and partnerships are facilitated thanks to the support of other organizations like Kaiser Permanente, our anchor partner, eBay, GoFundMe, Workday, and other corporate corporate partners that are invested in the success of small businesses, that they're come in as sponsors to make it all happen, so that all of our community partners like ICIC and 1863 can access all of this mentoring, free mentoring for free. So that's how we are hoping we can join forces with all of you, so that you can also take advantage of this business advising opportunity and make it available to all of your community. So in order to talk about how that might look like, I'm going to give the floor to my colleague Morgan, who's going to tell a little bit more about what does it look like to become a community partner with PCV.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia. Natalia spoke a lot about what the small business owners experience working with Pacific Community Ventures is like. And now I'm switching gears. What is your experience going to be looking like partnering with us as part of the Small Business Support Circle? And first and foremost, we aim to make it as easy as possible. The work that you're doing with the communities of entrepreneurs that you serve is by far the most important work that you need to do. And we want to make sure that working with us is as simple as it can be. We will provide some suggested language, templated language, if you want to send an email, if you want to write a tweet, if you want to throw a newsletter blurb about Pacific Community Ventures. We've got templated language available to you so that you can spread the word, again, as easily as possible. We've got 1-pagers, 2-pagers, whatever it is that you need to support as you share the news of our partnership with your community. We've got it available. If you need us to hop on a team meeting to share a little bit more, just let us know. Like I said, we're really aiming to make it as easy as possible. Partnering together is impactful. Like Natalia mentioned, we had set up a pilot in a couple years back where we offered business advising services to 126 small business owners participating in ICIC's entrepreneurial program. Across all different metrics, you can see the folks that were paired with a business advising advisor outperformed those that were not. And as Natalia had mentioned earlier, you know, the two top companies with the highest revenue growth, the top companies that were the biggest job creators, the top companies that raised the most capital, were all businesses that work with a business advisor through our program. As you can see by our last slide, we are very data-driven as well. So one thing that we offer all of our community partners, our referral partners, is a peek into where their businesses are in the process. And we are happy to share some of the data that we collect on our onboarding process and throughout the work that our entrepreneurs are doing with their advisors. It's a forum that's refreshed monthly. We can work together to share some high-level KPIs. We will, like I said, give you a glimpse into where all of the businesses that you sent our way are in the process, whether it's, you know, they've signed up and they're working through their onboarding process, or they just got connected with an advisor and they had a great kickoff call. All of that can be shared through our data share document here. We also aim to make all of our partnerships collaborative. Meeting on a monthly, quarterly, every other week basis, whatever makes sense for you and your organization, us and our partnership, and where we are in our partnership, we'd be happy to jump on a meeting and jump on a call to discuss you know, anything that's coming up, anything that we can do to further support you, ideas for, this entrepreneur is more comfortable in Spanish. Is there anything that we can do there? Or, we have this webinar coming up. Let's offer that opportunity to the rest of your organization. We really want to make sure that we're working together to see this partnership succeed, and we're always available to do so. And then lastly, just technically the process overview of how we kind of officially become members of the Small Business Support Circle. We'll start off finalizing an MOU just to make, like I said, our partnership official. And once we do that, we'll send you over what we call our partnership packet, which includes the templated language, the 1-pagers, the 2-pagers that I was discussing earlier, and all the information and support that you would need as we kick off. We'll schedule a kickoff call where we get together, brainstorm together how we can spread the word, how this referral process will work logistically, technically, high level, whatever it is, just to start off our partnership right. And then, like I was mentioning, we'll have ongoing support, whether it be monthly, bi-weekly, quarterly check-ins to just continue and make sure that we're advancing our collective mission here. So, immediate next steps in order to kind of get us connected. We invite you all to join us and join the Small Business Support Circle. And if this is something that you're interested in working to provide business advising to your community of entrepreneurs, I invite you to just send us an email. Just letting us know you're in. It could just be one line. It could just be one word. Yes, sign me up. Whatever it is, let us know that you're interested. And what we'll do is we'll work to have a one-on-one meeting where we can discuss, we can answer any additional questions that you have, and we can start brainstorming and discussing what our partnership can look like. I'll post our email addresses in the chat, but I'll also send a follow-up email after this session, either later today or tomorrow, which you can just reply to immediately as well. And like I said, we'll work to set up a one-on-one call where we can discuss what a partnership would look like.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Morgan. Going to open the floor to questions. And while you type up all of your questions and send us your comments, I also wanted to say the first step is just let us know you're interested, one-liner email. And then the next one, like we were mentioning, is we will send you a draft of an MOU. And I don't know about you all, but normally when I hear documents, MOUs, I normally get a little, oh my gosh, what is it going to look like? And I wanted to talk to you about it because it's very, very simple. Pretty much we put it in writing that we will do everything that we told you here. We'll match entrepreneurs. We'll provide you with data. We'll send you reports, etc. So it's us promising we'll do all of this. And the only thing we ask of you is that just to commit to help us spread the word about this opportunity with your community and with your clients. That is it in a nutshell. It's very easy. And in the past, we've asked our community partners to help us, maybe even co-fundraise to cover some of the costs of running this program, because, you know, we have real human beings connecting to each entrepreneur, etc. But now, thanks to the support of Kaiser Permanente and other small business support circle members, we're now in a position to be able to offer this completely free of charge to all of your organizations and all of your clients. So it's not like sign up now and then 3 months from now we're going to ask you for money or anything like that. Thanks to our small business support circle, this will be a forever free opportunity to you all. So I just wanted to clarify that just in case. We had Ellen Bolas Edmonds join us from the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce. Oh, welcome. That's fantastic. Interested to explore opportunities. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Ellen. We'll reach out and get the ball rolling. We'll love to partner. We're actually going to reach out because we're going to be having an event. We have listening sessions on a quarterly basis. We invite all of our community members and we invite our partners, and we just listen to our entrepreneurs, what is going through their minds, what are they facing. We started that as part of the pandemic efforts to connect to our community. And now we've continued that and it's been fantastic. And we'd love it if you could join us in the next one, because this quarter's listening session, it has a special theme around supporting our Asian American communities. Morgan, can you tell us a little bit more about the event?
Yeah, absolutely. Like Natalia mentioned, these listening sessions are just an opportunity for our business owners to share their stories, share their experiences, share their needs, share their grievances and their suggestions so that we can in turn better serve them in the work that we do internally, in the work that we do collaboratively, in the work that we do in policy and in the state and all of that. And like Natalia said, this next one has a focus on the AAPI in light of the recent events that have been happening in the, and as well as in preparation for AAPI month, which is happening next month. So we have a special focus to really learn about our AAPI community and specific needs that they have that we can help address.
Thank you. Ellen is saying, please send us marketing materials for a listening session. We'll advertise within our circle. Please, thank you so much. Absolutely. We'll make that good. The coalitions, that would be fantastic. We really appreciate that. Yes. Love it. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's a way to amplify our community's voices. So thank you. Any other questions? Questions about how does this work for the small business owners? Questions about the partnership and how it will work with you? One question we get often is, can folks work with more than one advisor? Morgan, can you speak to that?
Yeah, and the answer is yes, absolutely. We are happy to connect a small business owner with multiple advisors if they have multiple areas of their business that they're looking to work on. All of our advisors are asked to commit about 4 or 5 hours a month. And in turn, the small business owners will be, working at least that much, and then, additional work that may need to be put in between meetings. So as long as they have the time and the opportunity to entertain multiple relationships with multiple advisors, they're absolutely able to. And what we often see is, they may come to us with help, looking for help with hiring. We'll get them connected with an HR advisor and working through that. And then as soon as that kind of project is complete, maybe they have their new full staff. Now they need to focus on operations or the program management, and we can get them connected with a new advisor and with those areas of expertise. So we see that a lot, where once a project has been completed, they're looking to turn their focus to a different area of their business, and we can get them connected with a new advisor that way as well.
Thank you. And we got another question on the Q&A part, and they're asking about nonprofits. Can they refer nonprofit organizations to the program?
Yeah, so typically our typical clientele is for-profit businesses, so small businesses, but we have been working with nonprofits who have some kind of revenue generating aspect to their organization, or if their need is business related. And the reason that we kind of limit it to those two restrictions is because our volunteer advisors are working in business currently, or are small business owners themselves. And the needs of nonprofits, we know, are very niche and very specific, that our portfolio of 2,100 plus advisors are not necessarily the best suited to support. But if you have nonprofits in your organization and in your community working together in one of those, like I was saying, in our collaborative meetings, we can discuss who are the nonprofits that you think would be able to benefit from our support. We can confirm and verify that, yes, we have an advisor who can support with their specific individual challenge, and we'd be happy to support them that way.
Yeah. We had a question about our advisors on a volunteer basis. And yes, the answer is yes. And it's very intentionally so, because as we started our work with small business owners, like I was saying, it became clear that not only they need 15 different things, but their needs constantly change. And the reality is there's not one organization or one organization staff that could advise small businesses across all geographies, across all industries, about all business functions needs that they may have. It would be impossible. But there are business professionals across all geographies, all business functions, and across all industries that have this knowledge and want to volunteer and want to give back in a meaningful way. And that's the whole reason why we exist, to connect them to the small businesses that they can help. So we have a really fantastic portfolio, she was mentioning, of advisors that want to give back and Also, they are as diverse as the communities that we serve. So half of them are women, over half of them are people of color, 56% of them have entrepreneurial experience themselves. So our current small business owners or were at some point. So it's really neat to be able to leverage all of this skills and knowledge out there from hundreds of people who want to volunteer in a meaningful way. And we also partner with organizations that want to offer business advice and volunteering as a meaningful employee engagement opportunity. So we partner with organizations like Workday here in the Bay Area, and GoFundMe and Kaiser Permanente, who are sending us advisors. Our biggest advisor employee is Google. We also have people from all of the big consulting firms, the big four, a lot of bankers, and which lets us also host some really neat events where we have expert office hours. If you feel like you don't want to engage in an official mentorship match, but want to ask 5 questions to an expert, we have expert office hours on topics like QuickBooks, digital marketing. We had PPP expert office hour. We had someone who was literally processing PPP applications as their job during the day, coming in and giving us tips and best practices. So it's a really neat way to leverage all of our volunteers. So if any of you want to volunteer, please, you're also welcome. We will send a link for signing up to be an advisor, a volunteer advisor, in the email that we sent you as a follow-up for this. So we'd love to welcome you all. We got a note from Marvin. I apologize. He won't be able to join us after all. He's having some technical difficulties. But just like Marvin, we've been serving hundreds of entrepreneurs all across our country, from Hawaii to Puerto Rico and everywhere in between. And we would invite you to read some of their success stories in our website. We're going to send a link to that as well. We have helped people pivot. We have helped people expand. We have helped people access funding, getting ready to access funding. We have people that have gotten funding and want to make the most out of it. We have helped people restructure things after they were rejected for funding and try again. We have worked with small business owners across all industries and helping in so many different ways. So we're very excited about this opportunity to deepen our presence in the Northwest and in Colorado and work with you all to make sure your community is being supported in the best possible way. Before we let you go, I wanted to also share that we're working very hard with our partners, and this year was the first year where we were able to offer business advising to monolingual Spanish and Cantonese speakers. So we've been working with partners and helping us as translators, because our portfolio of advisors, like I was saying, they're very, very diverse. Collectively, they speak more than 50 languages. So there's a lot of opportunity for them to help monolingual non-English speakers. And we're very excited about leveraging that more. So we're working with partners in order to bridge these gaps and give business advising to everyone that needs it. So that's something exciting too that we wanted to share. We're very excited about working with you all. We thank you all for coming and for listening to us, learning about this opportunity. I want to give one more shout out to Kaiser Permanente for making this all possible. Not just, supporting us from a financial standpoint, but also for being the great connectors that they're being, getting you all here to this event, and introducing us to the communities that you're serving. So we're very, very excited about our partnership and very, very excited to potentially partner with all of you. So let us know if you're in. Just reply to the email we'll send you, or drop in a comment in the chat right now. It says, I'm in, this is my email. We'll get to you, and then we'll just schedule a quick call and get the ball rolling. We're really excited to come serve your communities. And please, if you think of any question after the event, that happens to me all the time. When they ask, what are your questions? I can't think of them. And then the event is over and I think of it. Please shoot us an email. Morgan put our email addresses on the chat. We're one email away. We're very excited to work with you. Thank you all so much for coming, and we're really excited and looking forward to working together.